Hey guys, this is NHSDL06. Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. So, I left you guys with a bit of a cliffhanger here with Clarine and Rutger, so we're gonna go ahead and allow those two to converse. Yes, here we go.
Oh, you are
What? You're still here?
still here? You just abandoned me in the middle of a battlefield and you still have the nerve to say that? I could have been killed!
Then you're lucky that you're still alive. Is there anything else you need to say to me? Cold. I like it.
Just a minute! You're just going to walk away after abandoning me? I do not think so. A proper gentleman should take responsibility for his actions.
Responsibility? What responsibility?
If a gentleman rescues a lady, he must also escort her to her mansion. I've never heard any story from any bar.
Any barf of a man? That's a bit of a rough translation. Maybe they should have thought that one through a little better.
Just abandoning the lady.
What in the world are you talking about?
Besides, do you not have a grudge against Byrne? Then you shouldn't be trying to fight us. We're going up against Byrne.
What? Wait, that should be the other way around. Wait, what? Jiaozu! He's too powerful. We can't bring you back. You've already died once with the Dragon Balls. Wait, what? Is that true?
Is what true?
Is the armor that you're in really fighting against Byrne?
Yes, the leader, Roy or something said so.
All right. I'm going to join your army. Happy now?
I guess so. Wait, the most important thing is not to fight Byrne, but to protect me.
What a selfish piece of crap. Alright, so we're going to start with Chad Brocho Cinco over here. I'm going to have him take off these pirates, because they're going to be coming all around him. And so he's going to need to sperm guard his way. Now, what's really nice is that since Chad already has high avoid, his evade, I guess you could call it, is 52, but without the help from the forest, it's 32, so it's already naturally really high from high speed and luck. So basically, using the forest to your advantage, Chad can gain a lot of experience. Thieves gain a lot of experience naturally, so this works in your favor. Now, we have Rutger. I'm going to use him in a moment. But first, I'm going to have Alan come up here and attack this guy or her. Hopefully he'll be able to kill him or do enough damage in the coming turns. Alrighty. And I'm going to trade Roy's Iron Sword to Rutger. And I'm going to turn on the animations, because I almost forgot again. And we're going to give Rutger his first taste of blood. Now, while this is happening, I guess I should explain something. I didn't use I didn't use Guy last time when I played Fire Emblem Just because, I don't know, Swordmasters never really sold me in that game, not to mention the fact that their strength was low and their critical hit rating was only 15%. But in this game, the critical hit rating jumps to 30%. So even without the help of a Killing Edge or a Woe Dao or other critical inducing items, you get a third of the time, almost a third of the time, you're guaranteed a critical. So, you know, it can rise sometimes as high as 50 to 60% if you have a Killing Edge and you have a really high level Swordmaster. So that's pretty awesome. And one of the reasons why Rutger is one of the best characters in this game. You'll see what I mean in the future. The same rule applies for Berserkers. So, okay, Duke. Actually, I kind of want to give this kill to Lou. I've been neglecting Lou a little bit, and I'd like to get him the forefront of experience. I'm probably also going to have him take down Eric, because Lou is underleveled in my opinion, and he's one of the best characters in this game, so you can't not use him. Look at that. 6 magic at level 4. That's a testament to how awesome he is. Alright, so maybe I'll let Alan come over and kill that guy, who knows. Who needs heals? Okay. Well, I can't get to him. So I'm just going to scoot everybody a little bit closer. I guess I could heal Boars. I'm going to scoot everybody a little bit closer to Eric. Eric is a stationary boss, so there should be no worrying in that regard. And I'm just going to continue to let Chad hack away at those pirates. Unfortunately, Chad doesn't have high enough strength to really do too much damage, but over time, he'll be able to get them all. I might just off-screen a little bit, so that way I can get... I mean, there's 4 of them left, and I don't want to leave any of that experience behind. So I might off-screen before I kill Eric, just so I don't have to bore the crap out of you guys with that. Alrighty. And you're going to have to go in between these 2 forests in order to get all of the pirates, because they keep moving back and forth, and sometimes they'll try to use hand axes, and other times they'll rely on their actual iron axes, so you're going to have to move back and forth in order to get them in the point where they'll jump onto the forest next to you so you can take them out. Like, I'm going to move over 1 square, and that'll generally suffice and convinces them to do it. You fools who are bound down by mortal tradition, I shall teach you the ways of the world. Whatever. Why is your hair purple? Maybe gray? That's bad palading. Okay. So Ellen is going to heal Lucifer here, and that's all we're going to do. It's kind of a boring last few turns, I'm aware, but it has to be done. Now, these pirates here are just going to continue to essentially have an orgy over here by Chad because of how many of them there are. Now, it's kind of funny that I mentioned the word orgy, and this just came to mind because I always come up with wacky content, and this next reference is no different. So, when I was younger and I lived near Akron, Ohio, which is in northeast Ohio, which is really important that I told you guys that. So when I lived there, my parents did and do run a day camp, but now that I live in central Ohio, it's a bit different. At the time, my brother ran the camp, and he's 10 years older than me, so it was kind of, it kind of sucked, but that's not the point. So basically, my brother ran the camp, and one of the last field trips that we went on before we took our big field trip, which was to Kings Island, before we took our last field trip, we went to the movies, and I think the movie that we were going to see, if I remember correctly, was Muppets in Space, or some movie that was terrible, shouldn't have been made, something along those lines. So it was Muppets in Space, and real stupid, unnecessary, and so he takes us to see it, and I don't know if Odin has any experience with having projection mishaps, because I'm pretty sure he's pretty well endowed with his projectioning skills. So we went into the movie, and we're all crazy little kids who are super excited about going to see a movie and everything. And so we rush in, and we sit down, and as we're sitting down, we get excited to see the previews, and we're all like, oh yeah, this is great, get our snacks and stuff, and then right before our eyes was not Muppets in Space. There were no Muppets, and I don't know. I mean, I guess temporally, or not temporally. Sorry, spatially. I guess you could. I mean, it was technically space, but it wasn't outer space. It was a bathroom, and inside this bathroom there was a woman by the name of Nicole Kidman, who was removing her dress. Now, for those of you who are unaware of the reference I'm making, that is actually the opening scene to the movie Eyes Wide Shut, and that is not something that is fit for the eyes of a 10-year-old. Heh heh, fools. There's no way to try to impose opposite power. Okay, anyway. So, that is definitely not something that is for the eyes of a 10-year-old. And so, I've never in my life seen my brother run, and that was the one exception, where he did not run. He sprinted up to the projectionist booth and started screaming his head off, like, turn that off, or something crazy like that, I don't know. But I didn't know what was going on, but all I see is the camp counselors rushing over to the kids and trying to cover their eyes and telling the kids to look away, and I was just sitting there laughing because I didn't know you know, I was like, oh, what are titties? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was just kind of, I was young, and so I was just laughing, and it was a big mess, but it was a funny mess, nonetheless. So that rhymed. So basically, that's my orgy story, where it was an orgy of action, basically, as well as there being an orgy later on in that movie. So it's kind of a twofold thing. I give you a little twofer there. I'm so generous. Now, we are going to wrap up this chapter. I think I have about 5 minutes left. So, excuse me. And it's Thanksgiving Eve when you guys are all watching this, so I hope you're all getting pumped for Thanksgiving, because I know I am. I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving in terms of the idea of Thanksgiving. I like eating a lot, but I mean, it's just an extremely large meal, which is unnecessary. But I do like the leftovers a lot, because meatball sandwiches are really yummy. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys all have a good Thanksgiving Eve and a Thanksgiving Day, and hopefully the Bengals, who are playing on Thanksgiving, can win once. That'd be nice, because they suck. Now, the reason why this is kind of a tangent, but the reason why I'm spending so much time training Chad. I'm doing horrible with names today. The reason why I am training Chad early on is because since he can't promote, there's no reason not to. His thieving skills, you know, you could just get him up to level 20, and it's good to have him because, you know, thieves are important. And so essentially, you'll just have a really, really powerful thief who can go and do all your bidding, and you won't have to worry about him. So it's not going to be a concern with enemies being able to pick him off and whatnot. So I'm actually going to speed this up because I don't really think this is necessary for me to show in its entirety. But I am going to show this. Chad's got one last pirate here to kill, and then after that we'll do the dialogue for the intro of the next chapter. Now I will show the level up though. So Chad is now level 7. He's got pretty decent stats. I'll give him that. His evade without a force is 41. It's pretty impressive. And Roy's going to go ahead and conquer the castle. Master Roy, the lost soldiers are retreating.
Okay, good. Tell everyone to get some rest.
Yes.
Roy, are you alright? I would have never guessed Lord Eric would turn to Byrne's side. I thought the members of the Lycia Alliance had a strong bonding to each other. Darn Byrne, playing dirty like this.
Watch your mouth, Roy. You were a 17-year-old boy.
I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking about your feelings. No, you're right.
We will now proceed west towards... Well, whatever happened to contractions? No one speaks it. We will proceed. No, no, no.
But we can no longer trust the other dukes. Another Lord Hector has passed away. There may no longer be a peaceful way to end this war. My lady, do you plan on returning to Byrne? If you need anything... No. Please allow me to stay. If it would not be a burden... It would never be a burden. But why do you wish to stay? My brother is wrong. He is dragging the dragons into a human world.
That was a bad transition.
If he thinks that this is the way to liberate the world, I must stop him. To liberate the world? Yes, he has always been talking about liberating the world. He is saying that this war is to do so.
What does he mean?
I do not know. My brother is not the kind of person that you would think would take over the world. So he must have a very important reason for conquering a lead. Still, that is no excuse to cause war, killing innocent people. Princess Guinevere.
And that's the end. Got about a minute left, minute and a half, so I guess I can do this intro dialogue. That's all you're going to get to see. Lord Eric, Duke of Laos, has been working with Byrne against his allies of Lycia. This gave Roy further shock. Lycia, where Roy had grown up in... That's not correct. Where Roy had grown up, was no longer a safe place to be either. Heading for Ossia, Roy decided to move through the mountains, where people seldom want to avoid unnecessary trouble. I don't think that was phrased correctly either. Alright, so in this last minute, I guess you'll get to see a little bit of the intro to this upcoming chapter, which... It's kind of... Oh, it's this one, never mind, sorry. This chapter's kind of forgettable.
Boss! Our guys that went down to the village just got back.
Alright. Let's go on our usual visit down to the village and gather up all the loot.
Yeah, but boss, something's different today. There's an army station real close to us.
They look like Lycia's troops. Lycia? Then there ain't a problem. Gotta be the remainders of that army that got their ass kicked by Burn. Then we can beat them.
Oh yeah, boss.
Well, still gotta take our precautions. Maybe we can rake up some loot from them too. Alright boys, let's take them on.
And that is where we will leave off. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. I've been NHSTL6. Bye-bye.